Alright guys, the latest news TV. Cultist clash. That is River State now, August 13th, so 2026. Well, guys, fear and tension have reportedly gripped the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, that's IAUE. This Rumolumeni, River State. So, following this shooting of a 100-level student on the university campus by suspected cultists, so guys, this their incident. So, has highlighted concern about the safety of students and staff at the institution and occurred only about 48 hours after suspected members of this rival cult group were reportedly involved in a violent confrontation on the campus. Guys, this affected students whose identity has not been publicly disclosed, but it was reportedly shot on Wednesday. Guys, this August 12, 2026. So this guy was shot too. According to reports, the student was rushed to a hospital after sustaining gunshot injuries. Source close to this victim reportedly said that doctor were making efforts to remove bullet pellets that is lodged, which was lodged on the student body, in the student body rather. The student friends also tried themselves and gather funds together. You know, now students now small money they contributed money together to try and settle some cost of the medical procedure. This their latest shooting, is believed to be connected to an escalating conflict involving these their suspected rival cult groups operating around the university environment. Guys, this early clash occurred on Monday, August 10, when suspected members of the that is Vikings and Ku Klux Klan groups allegedly engaged in a supermassive battle. This their confrontation. It resulted in gunshot around this their environment and the university, creating panic among students and members of the university community. Guys, this River State Police Command confirmed that it was investigating the earlier incident and said the confrontation involved suspected members of two rival cult groups. This their subsequent shooting of the 100-level students has raised fresh questions about whether the early confrontation was effectively contained and whether students were adequately protected from further violence. According to what people say, this student was shot while on this university premises on Wednesday. Details surrounding this exactly what happened and how the shooting occurred remain limited at the time of publication. They have to try and do some kind of underground investigations. Authorities had also not publicly established the identity of the attackers or confirmed the motive behind this their shooting. A source which was close to the victim said that student was taken to hospital for urgent medical treatment. There's one video that is circulating online was also reported to show that the injured student lying on a hospital bed, while the classmates were later seen carrying him into the university campus. The authenticity and the full circumstances surrounding this video will not independently be established from the available reports. Importantly, what we need to know now is stress that there was no independent confirmation that the injured student himself belonged to any cult group. This distinction is significant because the shooting has been reported in the context of a suspected cult conflict, but that does not mean that the victim was a cult member. This is the River State Police Command. There has been involved in efforts to establish what happened during their violence attacks. Guys, the police spoke person, that is Blessing Agape, an assistant superintendent of police. They reportedly confirmed that the command was investigating the earlier court clash regarding the Wednesday shooting. Agape reported that she had seen the video of the injured student and will obtain further information from the divisional police officer responsible for this their area. However, at this time, in the report, we feel the police are not provided a comprehensive public account of the latest shooting. The lack of immediate details contributes to uncertainty so surrounding this incident, particularly among students and their families. Guys, following this the violence attacks, so this the management of this Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, they has announced the suspension of all remaining activities scheduled for the institution students union government, that is SUG week. This SUG week so is usually fun. Most people, if you people graduate from school this week, is like, for instance, if your course is 4 years, this 4 years SUG week, you will never forget them. But like this time, the school have to suspend this their SUG week. So this their directive was contained in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Wednesday by the Education University Registrar, that is Dr. Shinoye Ajib. Management soon directed students to return to their classroom on Wednesday, August 13, for normal academic activities. Guys, the university so also wants students against engaging in activities capable of threatening peace and security on campus. According to what the school management said they want, they say students will expected to resume lectures despite this their suspension of the SUG week activities. While students who fail to attend lectures will warn that they could be held responsible for their action. Guys, these successive incidents have reportedly generated anxiety among students too, particularly because this their shooting it occurred only 2 days after the reported clash between rival groups. Guys, for many students now, the major concern is whether the violence will escalate further or spread to other parts of university community. Look, this campus violence so involving firearms creates significant risk beyond the individual directly targeted because students and also lecturers, not only all these two people I mentioned, so there are also some workers and visitors in school so can become tempted victims during shooting or attempts to escape from violent confrontation. This situation so has therefore placed renewed attention on security arrangement to around the institution. This injured 100 level student Suem was reportedly receiving treatment at the hospital as of the latest report. So his name has not been publicly released though. In the report examined, apparently because of the sensitive of the matter, they release this name. Only God know what will happen next. So they have to hide this thing for now. There has also been no confirmed public report establishing whether the student was deliberately targeted because nobody know his personal if he have any personal dispute or mistaken identity, alleged affiliation with a particular group, or whether he was simply caught up in a broader violence issue with them. It is therefore important to avoid preventing unverified claims about the victim's identity, including his background or alleged involvement in court activities as established facts. This incident so has once again brought the problem of court-related violence on Nigerian campuses so into the spotlight. Cultism in school, Jesus. Campus cultism so there has remained a long-standing security and disciplinary challenge in part of Nigeria. Rival groups so can become involved in disputes over this their dominance and their personal disagreement, through recruitment, territorial influence and other conflicts. And where this dey happen like this, you hear different gunshots everywhere, injuring students use firearms in such confrontation make the situation particularly dangerous. Universities so generally have disciplinary mechanism and security structure which are designed to prevent court activities. While these law enforcement so agencies are responsible for investigating criminal offences and prosecuting suspects where sufficient evidence so exists. This their latest incident so is likely to increase cost for security from students to including parents and other members of the university community because they need stronger security measures. Such security measures so could include improved surveillance, better control of access to campus, rapid response to reports of threats, while cooperation between university security personnel and the police, and also stronger intelligence gathering aimed at identifying potential violence before it occurs. This thing so can help reduce the insecurity in the environment because not only the school, the people living around that vicinity now are also vulnerable to this attack. Students so may also be encouraged to report suspicious movements and threats rather than confronting suspected cult members themselves. See some cult members oppressive bullying students in school or in the name of one or two. With this their management all these students back to normal academic activities and the immediate priority so is expected to be restoring calm and also ensuring that students can attend lectures without fear. However, so this their decision so is aimed to continue academic activity, also to place a responsibility on security agencies and university authorities. So this is to aim to ensure that the campus environment remains safe. Students have been urged to avoid involvement in activities capable of worsening tension and to prioritize their safety. These circumstances surrounding this shooting remain under investigation. Authorities they have not yet drop any public identify the alleged shooter or announce confirmed arrests specifically connected to this their Wednesday attack. In this report so available at the time of the publication, there's no further information, no public information for now. The police are expected to establish the circumstances surrounding this shooting and determine whether it was linked to the earlier court confrontation and identify those responsible until investigators so release further information. Claims concerning this identity of the perpetrators, the motive for the attack, or the victims' alleged affiliation with any court group should be treated as unconfirmed. This is a shooting of 100 level students at Ignatius Ajuru University of Education. This is so it has created fresh tension within the Rivers State institution. Also intensify concern over this court violence occurring within campuses. This thing lead to many loss of life. See some students that are who graduate, so who graduating with first classes and the rest, but before you know, they'll just take their life, short their life like that. You see them, they have students that parents have spent money on to just end their life like that. This incident so reportedly occurred on Wednesday, August 12th, only 2 days after suspected rival cult groups were involved in a confrontation on the campus. While this injured student so was reportedly taken to hospital for treatment, authorities so have not yet provided a full account of the circumstances surrounding the attack. The university has responded by suspending the remaining SUG week so that to just focus on studying now and also try to increase security sources, activities, and directing students to return to normal academic activities. This is their SUG week, so as they stop it, they direct students to return to further academic activities. The Rivers State Police Command there is investigating why students, parents, and staff will be watching closely for further information or the victims' coordination is identity so of the attackers and measures be taken to prevent another outbreak of violence. For now, the most important issue now remains the recovery of the injured student and first way get life. Now, as far as life, there is hope. The restoration of security on campus and the identification and also prosecution of anyone found responsible for this violence is also the next aim. And we pray that God will eventually catch these people because they have to face the law directly. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to always stay updated by subscribing, liking, ringing the notification bell, and sharing.